following year, I ended up doing another shot, which was a picture of a local guy, Pat Tobin, great artist too, but he's now passed. But Pat was going up off the lip of this wave, and it was beautifully backlit. And John Severson liked it and ended up like flopping it and sort of did like a Rorschach test with the image, and that was the second cover. And I kept shooting stuff, and Surfer would ask me, help me out with film and things like that. And, out of a joke, because I was sort of a contributor, at one point they invited me to the Surfer Poll, which was in San Clemente at the time, and it was sort of like a popularity thing amongst the readers. They would vote for, who they wanted to see represent surfing as the best in the world, or best in California at that time. And so they gave me a 32-cent check, because basically I never went much farther than Trestles, but mostly just to Thalia Street or Salt Creek all the time, because I didn't have the car at the time. And I was lucky enough to be involved with them. And I wasn't able to go in the water, was the other thing, because of the injury my senior year. So when I graduated, I was going to go to Art Center, and I had a partial scholarship to go there and study photography and all that, which I'd been interested in art and painting and drawing and jewelry design and leather work and things like that too. But I got a job on the weed abatement crew in Laguna to make some money for college. And August came along, and I get a phone call from John Severson asking me if I could come down to talk to him at Surfer Magazine at Dana Point. And I went down and met with him. And at that point, he asked me if I would be interested in being the assistant photographer to Ron Stoner, who was the centerpiece of the magazine at the time. And I said, yeah, and they offered me $400 a month, gas credit card, food allowance if I was traveling anywhere. And that started it all. They gave me a bunch of equipment that I could use, that, big lenses, a 1,000mm lens, a 650, a 385, and, water housing made by George Greeno at the time, and unlimited film budget. So I was thrilled. 2 weeks went by, he calls me up, and I shot just a little bit. Surf hadn't been that great, and I was going, oh God, I hope I'm not in trouble. And he told me that Stoner had quit, and he wanted to have me come in full time, and offered me $500 a month plus all the other stuff. And then he goes, and I'd like you to go to Hawaii come fall in October. And we have a house that you can stay in. It won't cost you anything. We'll give you money so you can buy a used car. And that was it. I went to work for Surfer and went to Hawaii and spent 3 months there. And, that's what I've been doing the rest of my life, basically. It's always been real progressive. Laguna itself was sort of quiet, but there were a lot of people that filtered in and out. A lot of people would come from Hawaii and stay in Laguna. It had, it attracted surfers and skiers and, what they call now the beach culture people. Because it was, such a small community. Everybody sort of knew each other, and, everything was close. Hobie, Wardy was in Laguna. Machine Scene had their place, and, things were changing. It was the beginning of the shortboard revolution, so everybody was shaping their own boards and glassing them and, experimenting with stuff. Plus, there was a big hotbed of really good surfers in Dana Point area that, from Oceanside, and, it all sort of filtered together. It was, basically beach cities, the way the whole coast was at that time. And I just feel real fortunate that, I got to grow up the way that I did. I wouldn't change anything. I feel like I've been spoiled a lot, but I don't take it for granted. I've been lucky to do what I did all my life.